It is 1 in the morning. The room is quiet. Your phone lights your face, and you are here for a reason. Not boredom, not curiosity, exhaustion, the quiet kind. The kind that comes after you tried to do everything right and still ended up invisible. You gave attention. You answered messages fast. You listened to problems. You tried to prove you are a good man. And still, the attention went somewhere else. To the man who barely tries. To the man who seems calm. Untouchable, mysterious. Have you seen it? Have you watched someone walk into a room and somehow command gravity without saying much? Have you ever asked yourself one question that keeps returning like a ghost? What does he know that I do not? Tonight, that question ends, not with comfort, with clarity, because power has a language, and most men never learn how to speak it. But the ones who do change the entire game board. By the end of this video, you will see the invisible rules that quietly decide who gets ignored and who becomes magnetic. This is the last time you see the game without understanding it. But first, you must accept something brutal. Attraction is not fair. It has never been fair. It responds to signals, not intentions. As Niccolò Machiavelli wrote centuries ago, everyone sees what you appear to be. Few experience what you really are. Think about that. The world reacts to appearances first, reality later. Power is not what you feel inside. Power is what others believe you hold. And women, like all humans, respond to signals of power, not kindness alone, not effort alone, power. Now, here is the part that separates those who understand power from those who only wish they did. The first secret. Controlled mystery. Most men talk too much. They explain everything. They reveal every thought. They fill every silence because silence feels uncomfortable. But silence is not empty. Silence is a weapon. When people cannot fully read you, their mind begins to chase answers. Curiosity grows. Attention locks in. Mystery creates gravity. Look at Steve Jobs. Watch his interviews. He pauses. He lets silence hang in the air. He speaks less than expected, and something strange happens. People lean closer. Why? Because silence forces the other person to think about you. It makes them work for your meaning. Powerful men do not rush to explain themselves. They let the room study them. They let curiosity do the work. So, here is a command. The next time silence appears in a conversation, do nothing. Hold it. Let it breathe. Let the other person step into it. Tell me honestly in the comments. Do you talk too much when you feel nervous? Most men do, and that is exactly why they lose their mystery. But here is where the game becomes dangerous. Because the second principle changes the entire power dynamic. Scarcity. Attention given freely becomes invisible. Attention given selectively becomes valuable. Look around you. Men flood women with validation, compliments, messages, instant replies. They believe attention wins affection. But psychology works differently. Scarcity increases value. When something is rare, the brain marks it as important. Look at powerful figures today. Elon Musk does not chase attention. People chase him. Why? Because his attention is scarce. He is building things, moving things, solving problems. He is not orbiting anyone. His time has gravity, and gravity pulls attention toward it. Now, ask yourself something uncomfortable. Does your time have gravity, or are you always available? Always responding, always waiting. Here is the command. Build a life that makes your attention rare. Do not respond instantly. Do not orbit someone else's world. Create your own. Most people stop listening here. The ones who keep going are the ones history remembers. Because the third principle is where attraction becomes electricity. Emotional contrast. Humans are wired to notice change. A flat emotional line becomes invisible. Predictability becomes background noise. But contrast creates intrigue. Warmth followed by calm distance. Playfulness followed by seriousness. A shift in energy wakes the brain. Look at Muhammad Ali. One moment he joked. The next moment he stared with cold confidence. Crowds never knew which version they would meet. That tension created fascination. You must learn emotional rhythm. Sometimes warm, sometimes reserved, sometimes playful, sometimes calm and sharp. You are not a flat line. You are controlled weather, a storm behind calm eyes. Let me ask you something. Are you predictable? Or do people feel your presence change the atmosphere? Answer that in the comments. But the real weapon comes next. Status signals. Attraction listens for status the same way animals listen for danger. It is instinct. And status is not just money. Status is presence. Status is how the room reacts when you enter. Look at Cristiano Ronaldo walking into a stadium tunnel. He does not rush. His posture is straight. His movements are slow. Confidence without noise. Before he speaks, everyone already knows. Status is communicated through signals, posture, eye contact, movement, decision speed. A powerful man moves as if the ground belongs to him. He does not ask permission. He takes space, and people feel it. Now here is the uncomfortable truth. Most men chase approval. Powerful men create approval. They live in a way that makes respect inevitable. Now watch how this flips the entire attraction dynamic. Emotional independence. Neediness leaks. It leaks through tone, through messages, through body language. People can feel it even if they cannot explain it. If your happiness depends on someone else's attention, you lose power. But emotional independence changes everything. When someone senses that you are happy with or without them, curiosity begins. Now they wonder. Now they lean in, because your attention must be earned. The Stoic Emperor Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." This is not therapy. This is strategy. Control yourself, and no one else can control you. People respect what they cannot manipulate. Let me ask you directly, are you the silent power or the pawn chasing approval? Write it in the comments. Because the next principle creates the spark many men are afraid to use. Challenge. Most men agree with everything. They nod, they flatter, they try to avoid tension, but attraction grows in tension, not hostility. Challenge. When someone makes a dramatic claim, you smile. You say calmly, "That is a bold claim." When someone tests you, you remain calm. You do not react emotionally. You hold your ground. This creates a psychological dance. Now they must prove themselves. Now curiosity grows, because you did not surrender your position. But here is the secret most men discover too late. Pain is fuel. Every powerful man carries scars, rejection, dismissal, being ignored. The difference is what they do with it. Look at David Goggins. He turned humiliation into discipline. He built strength from pain. hidden knives became rocket fuel. Every insult, every rejection, fuel. Pain can destroy you, or it can sharpen you. Which will you choose? Write your answer below, because the final principle is the one that holds all the others together. Self-respect. If you tolerate disrespect, you will receive more of it. If you accept being an option, you will remain one. Self-respect is quiet, but it changes everything. You walk away when something feels wrong. You do not beg for attention. You do not shrink so someone else can feel comfortable. The moment you respect yourself, others feel it instantly. Respect spreads. It becomes part of your presence. Now look back at the invisible rules: mystery, scarcity, emotional rhythm, status signals, independence, challenge, pain as fuel, self-respect. These are not tricks. They are signals, signals that tell the world who you are, and the world reacts accordingly. Now, I want to know something. Which principle hit you the hardest tonight? Write it in the comments. Be honest. Have you been playing the game or being played? If this video spoke to something inside you, do 3 things. Press like, subscribe, and in the comments type this sentence. Not as a joke, as an oath. I choose power over pity. Because this channel is not for everyone. It is for the ones who study the game. The ones who sharpen themselves. The ones who refuse to remain invisible. Remember this tomorrow when the world tests you. Power speaks a language. Learn it, and you will never move like a pawn again.